The holidays are among us. And it wouldn't be Soul Spy University style to not let you in on what's been really going on out there that they won't tell you. Between the recent FBI raid of an Area 51 website owner's houses and the recent government employees who are coming out on their UFO experiences, we got you covered here. While we are still currently alive. Welcome to Soul Spy University, where your souls can run free and your minds are free to expand. Today's episode will give you the up to the second latest on what is going on all of this. But please don't forget to like so that we can keep putting out this risky content for you. Subscribe so you'll know if we end up getting killed, and share so that you could spread this knowledge on to others and maybe we will survive. Also, a quick reminder before I forget, and before you enjoy this show, if you do feel like in the giving, spirit of this holiday season, we do put a lot of effort into the research and into all of these episodes. And, we're still very small. So we really appreciate each and every one of you subscribers. We love you so much, especially the loyal ones. Welcome to the family, anyone new. And if anyone feels like being in the giving spirit, we still currently have a donation link in the description box. That would so warm my heart. But either way, I'm so glad you're here. And relax, cuddle up, have a cup of cocoa or another hot, amazing beverage, and I hope you enjoy the show. All right, Tommy. Also, guys, before I forget, there's a Christmas playlist, and also as a thank you to you guys, your holiday survival kit is also for free for this month, also right on this channel. So check out the playlist, Christmas and your holiday survival kit. Okay, Tommy, this is crazy. Two things we're covering today. One about the crazy FBI raid that just happened, and another about recent employees that are coming out that used to work for the government and the military, about what they've been encountering UFO-wise. So I think we're going to start with the guy whose house got raided. Okay, so he owns a website on Area 51, and he happens to live either on or very close to Area 51. But his website doesn't have anything unclassified on it or declassified. I mean, it's all declassified. Nothing on this website is classified. So why on earth? And if you guys want to know, his website is dreamlandresort.com, right? His name is George Arnew, and he has two homes, one near or on Area 51 and one in Las Vegas, okay? He even put on his website, if anybody has any problem with anything said on here, please contact me, right? Very peaceful man. I saw an interview with him with George Knapp. Really glad George Knapp got the interview. I think he only let himself be interviewed by George Knapp. I'm very happy about that. As you know, I like George Knapp. However, he was so peaceful. He said, if anybody has any problem with anything on this site, please contact me. And then boom, they just go rushing into his place. Dozens of FBI and Air Force, apparently, busted through his home, okay, taking computers, phones, a wealth of belongings, and completely seized his home. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, dozens of FBI and U.S. Air Force agents bust through the doors of his home. I mean, what? This man seems harmless.
Did they explain at all?
He doesn't even know.
All right, so it's got to be something crazy. It's like money laundering, or he probably has like a bunch of cocaine like hidden out in his walls. Why wouldn't they say? That's weird. Or
Honestly, huh? Go ahead.
the seizing of computers and stuff is more of an indicator of like, well, you know, I guess like maybe online like fraud or something, or worse,
Online
much worse.
what? Okay, but no, think about Tommy. If you're committing a crime, you think they're busting in like that and not
Wait,
telling you
did
why?
they not arrest him?
No,
Oh, what the, what the heck?
they took his documents. They took his documents, his phone, his computer, and like basically almost all his belongings.
All right, that's weird. Then I thought they would have arrested him too. Um, then they just robbed this poor guy. Like for the FBI, who are you
Yes.
gonna call?
And his
Us?
lawyer said he won't get charged with any crime, but he probably won't get his stuff back.
That doesn't make sense. What? All right.
His
Did he
lawyer seems
explain?
to think this is just a statement to everybody, like don't mess with us. But like he's not messing with anybody. He just like revealed like declassified information. It's declassified.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, I was like, what? Why do this? What's the point in this?
I
That's so messed up.
I feel bad. So George Knapp also mentioned that years prior, this man's friend by the name of let me see, Clark. Uh, yeah, Chuck Clark. Okay, very again a nice, quiet man. Took George Knapp and everyone on a tour. This was also like aired, exposing nice train, exposing like 32 motion detectors on the public grounds surrounding Area 51. And a few days later, his house got seized.
Oh,
So he actually left the state and Area 51 behind.
I mean, Area 51 or whatever you want to call it, it is technically a military base. So, I mean, they can put it under a statement of like, listen, it's still a military base. You can't be videotaping us because, God forbid, our enemies out there, find out any information. So
True.
they could still go under that guise and say, oh, this is why we did this. It has nothing to do with that alien walking around your shed.
Yeah,
It's like,
but think about the first guy. Like if these people are if these people about Area 51 are trying to look unsuspicious, they're not succeeding. Like obviously something's in Area 51 that they're like nothing's going on here, nothing, and just seizing these people's like homes for like literally just passing on public knowledge and being like that'll show you nothing's going on here. Like what?
at the point, they're just so bad at it. There's just like an alien sitting in the background eating like a banana with like a suit on. Like, what's that? Nothing at all. It just walks off the camera.
I mean, when doing research for today's Christmas episodes, oh, holiday, guys, holiday episodes. I hope you guys are in the holiday spirit. I hope, nothing like putting you more in the holiday spirit than aliens. Um, I heard some real dark stuff this week that I was like, you know what, I'm not reporting on. I'm just not go there. So this is nothing compared to what I've been hearing. However, I do feel like we do have a chance of keeping our lives and possibly our channel by reporting at least this, which is very current and very, just happened. Um, Also, regarding this, former Nevada Senator Harry Reid actually really wanted the government to reveal more to the public regarding Area 51. He like all other politicians went into office singing that song, and then you hear nothing much after they're in office about it. He said there were hundreds of sightings not reported, and there's more he can't say, but he tries to cover it up, for his own life and for whatever. That it's more about they're spending taxpayer money on things that maybe not everyone agrees with regarding this, which if it's true, that makes sense. The government would want to research something like this, and maybe not everybody knows that it's something to be researched.
I mean, it makes sense. They probably, like most official government officials, when they want to get voted in, promise the world, and then like reality sets in when some guy in the dark steps up next to him and he's like, "Listen, you could either shut up or you could be introduced to my little friend Gun here." So,
Yeah. I
whichever one you
also,
want to do.
yeah, yeah. I also think they don't tell a lot to these figures that become public, because it's more risk. And anything they do tell, the figures have to keep private. So in a way, the figures are a little protected because they're like, I don't know much. I don't know anything, which is true. They really don't know much. Um, but they have a choice whether to tell what they do know and what they don't. And they're obviously not going to tell all of what they know. I mean, some are coming out, bringing me to the next part of the story if you're ready.
Yes.
Okay. Former military and government employees have come out on the news, revealing six or more incidents each that they had encounters with UFOs in the past few hours. This happening after an uptick in reports of UFOs in recent weeks, even according to the news anchor. Trish Bishop was one of them. She was an intelligence analyst, revealing she had at least six encounters separately, while Mark Halsey, a former F 18 fighter pilot, reports as many as seven encounters just on a recent flight from Florida to Hawaii that he was flying. Trish was on season one of Discovery's UFO Witness, which is hosted by Ben Hansen, a former FBI agent turned paranormal investigator. Ben claims, as a former FBI agent turned paranormal investigator, that if we're not careful and don't stay ahead of this in order to help assimilate people to what might be coming, he claims we'll have big problems society wise, which I personally think is what's going on is slow disclosure. But maybe I don't know if we're doing it for ourselves or if they're sort of in on this because I know people that aren't as big do what I'm reading get killed, which is horrible. Maybe some get so big so quickly that they're more protected, they don't get killed, or they're in on it, where they kind of had to deal with the government, where the government's like, listen, we need to slowly disclose this anyway. Here's what you are allowed to say, and we'll let you live. Or the government doesn't want to kill a huge public figure. I don't know, but this is all coming out on recent news. So, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've been hearing a lot, like a lot of people lately, and there's all kinds of videos out of just an obscene amount of UFO like sightings lately. So I'm just hoping this is just them being like, "Hey, guys, you're not alone in the universe," and not like in like a couple of months where we're like, "Soul Spa University here." So our great overlords have told us today that there are some insurgents still of it out there. If you know anybody, please email us. Hail Glip Clop.
So that's interesting. You heard that there's been a surge in UFO sightings lately?
Yeah, man, there's videos everywhere. People have been seeing them left and right, and it just it's not like back in the day, not even back in the day, like 10 years ago when they're like, I see a saw one. Everybody's like, you're crazy. It's like one out of five people, not even one out of three people have seen a freaking UFO here or there or something crazy flying across the sky that they can't explain. So it's getting pretty interesting in this world of ours.
Yeah, it kind of feels good now that 87% of the population believe they're alive, quote unquote, on other planets. Because I remember doing this work back when it was way less. And yeah, para new normal. But yeah, I don't know. Has there just been more exposure on the sightings, or are there really more? I think a little of both. Hmm.
I mean, one has to come with the other. You can't really how much can you possibly cover up if like thousands of people watch what was it, San Diego, where all those lights were going crazy in the sky and they were like dancing with each other and all that stuff, and all these like people were like, "What the hell is going on?" And the government's like, "Balloons, balloons, nothing."
Wait, when was that?
This is like a couple of months ago.
Mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
think it was a couple of months ago. I don't know. Alien.
Good job. What
Well,
else? What else have you heard or seen?
remember that lightning uh, airship that I told you about? I tried finding it and I couldn't find it again. It was like it was on the internet and everybody's like it's like a couple million views and then it's like what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, can you explain that to the audience?
Yeah, basically it was a like a giant ship and this guy's like obviously just some regular dude. He's like, "What the F is this? I don't like we're just chilling in our backyard." And I'm looking up and it's a giant ship and you see like lightning not from this like the clouds or anything, but it was like streaming across the ship itself, and it was just slowly going around, moving towards this through the sky, and then it like kind of like going went into clouds. You saw the lights flicker inside of it, and then there was nothing.
Was it in the shape of a tic tac?
No, it was a weird looking shape too. It was not like a normal spaceship that you usually see. Uh,
What shape?
it was like it was jagged almost.
Okay.
Oh no, it was like an octopus. That's what it was. It was almost like an octopus.
Oh, that's getting weird. So it
Yeah,
was like floppy.
it wasn't floppy. It wasn't like a little like it wasn't an octopus sitting down. It was like an octopus.
It was a swimming octopus.
It looked like, but there was no like none of this going on. It was just like as if an octopus was like perfectly long and not like moving around.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, more like a
That's
squid actually. That
creepy.
makes more sense. Yeah.
Oh my God, wasn't there a movie like this? It was like one syllable. It was like A or something with that girl, Amy Adams. Oh, that was a
I,
giant egg.
oh yeah, that was a giant egg. I forgot what that thing was called.
I
Impact or
thought there was
something.
something about a giant squid in there.
I think you're thinking of a different kind of movie.
No, no, it was definitely that. I was definitely that. Remember? Because then, like after the whole movie, she finally meets like it's like just a giant squid, and she's like, oh,
I've not seen that movie in years. You're probably right because they're like, oh, this is gonna blow everybody's mind. It's a squid. Twist.
well, they do say that movies could be, partly disclosure or completely disclosure, which I did think of prior to getting into all this, knowing this was a thing to get into. But I did think prior, gee, it's like they're trying to tell us something slowly because there's way too much on this. And this was like 20 years ago.
That's true.
And then
Like
there's theories on that apparently.
it makes sense. I mean, there's some form. They have some form of power over everybody, so they could just be like, hey, slip this into your movie, and some random like military guy show up to a movie set, and they're like, there you go. This is your new bad guy. And they're like, what? Or this is your new good guy. And like, this doesn't make sense at all. Like, shut your mouth. It's like, okay.
Or the writers of the movie know something, but they're not allowed to say. Like somebody told them something in secret and they can't say them, you know, variety of things like that, or they've had encounters.
That's true. That's true too.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not going to know until they finally like land on our front porch and be like, "Hey guys, uh, we actually rule the world. Be cool.
Um,
Nobody will get hurt.
that's
It's
the,
just, we'll
you know,
line on up
I
for the butt stuff."
yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that's the only way we're gonna know.
Um, I'd like to believe your thought process of there being okay with everything, but I mean, too much history has shown that like people with the most power tend to not really care about people with no power. Or it's like saying the old,
No,
the boot doesn't know the influence.
I'm not saying that it's gonna be government disclosure. I do think maybe to some degree, but I don't think the only way we're gonna know is the way you're saying. Okay, I think there's a variety of ways people are gonna start to know. But okay. So what else? There's been more sightings recently you're talking about?
There's all kinds of crazy ones. Like, remember when your friend sent us that video of like the string of lights in the sky?
Yeah, yeah. And then I looked it up and like all of a sudden it was popping up everywhere. And at that
Yeah.
same night there were flashes going on outside. Remember? And I was really
Oh,
excited. Do you remember?
yeah, no, I remember it. And I was like, oh, well, it looks like it's the end of the world. So that's
I
cool.
I was excited. I said we should have an end to the world party. Tommy, on the other hand, pretty much looked like he looks now, and tried to hide in the corner of the couch. And I was like, "Excuse you, this is our party, end of the world party."
Yeah, that's my go-to if a freaking alien shows up. I just put my head down, put my ass up in the air, and be like, please.
Yeah, yeah, it was riveting for a female. um, and
Yeah, I immediately pushed Christina towards the alien right there.
yes, since we've become cohabitating coworkers, things have gotten interesting over here, guys. Stay tuned for more updates on that. And yeah, no, I mean, when there's a storm, I like to have a storm party, and if it's the end of the world, yay. Not, not yay in a doomsday way, but hey, we're here to see it. I mean, if there's a way to go, this is so cool. Listen, I didn't think it was the end of the world, but I thought, oh my God, they're showing up. I remember you really thinking that. And I was like, this is so fun. This is exciting. And Tommy didn't find it fun.
Yeah, because happy-go-lucky aliens don't begin their descent, and everything's gonna go well with lightning and thunder first, and then they're like, "Hey guys, line on up."
Oh my God. Well, let's take a moment for a word from our sponsor, Muffin. Muffin. Just so you guys know, Muffin is here. She's a little not in the mood for the costume, her Christmas outfit. Muffin. And there we go. Thank you, Muffin. Yeah. So yeah, do you have any more on the recent uptick? There was that time, there was the other time. What else? These are just the ones we know, guys. For the news anchor to say it, there's way more out there that they feel that now everybody feels okay to even let this on the news. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, there are like stories here and there, but for the most part, it's like I don't get why people don't just. Everybody has a phone. Put your damn phones to the sky and videotape whatever it is.
They
Take a
are, and there's
picture.
so many. There's so many. I mean, when I watch Coast to Coast, when I listen to it while I work out, like there's so many that pop up. Like I think it's like a lot daily. I'm talking like 63 or more daily.
Oh,
Get reported. Oh yeah, but that's why now it's interesting that the news knows about it. So I think people that don't even know about Coast to Coast, who aren't into aliens, are literally calling the news about it. Which you know what I mean? Like that's now it's into the realm of the people that don't know this is even a topic. You know what I mean?
that's amazing. But then, you see uh, the news anchor's boss behind her with like massive eyes and the smallest mouth in the world. They're like, they're just stoned. They're lying. That doesn't exist. Move it on.
Mm, mm.
I just can't wait. Like for I remember. Did they tell you that movie? They live. I think I told you about this. It's an old movie, old I think '80s movie or '90s movie with this wrestler Roddy Piper, and he finds these glasses that when you put them on, you could see the disguises of people, and it turns out like 90% of our not 90, but like 50% of our society is like aliens living among us, and they have like just like, and he starts just killing them all. But it'd be amazing if somebody invents something and we could just see the lizard people. They're like, oh yeah, here's a special lens to see through their freaking disguise. And turns out like we've been living alongside them the whole entire time. And
Okay, some people
that's
think
another
that.
thing to your movie.
What?
That's another thing. It was a movie saying that lizard people live among us, basically aliens live among us. And maybe that was another one of those things where that guy knew something.
Yeah, oh yeah, I've heard many things, many things. And people that used to work in the government that were whistleblowers have gotten killed. And they all have said, hey, if I die, it's not suicide. Know that. And it's they died by suicide, you know what I mean? It's like so and they've reported on these exact things. I'm just gonna tell you guys since I had one sip of a drink and now the government's like, that's it, she's a risk. No, that yeah, what I heard this week is not something I haven't heard before, but it was in greater detail and I'm freaked out. Anyway, something about a whole underground society 6 or 7 different levels. There's humans working in it, aliens working in it, alien human hybrids, um, cloning people for their organs. Um, you know, basically something about uh, the government struck a deal with the aliens, um, and basically the alien. It's like we could either all die or they could work with the aliens. So they apparently work with the aliens, and in exchange for, I guess, a few humans here and there. Now the guy that whistleblowed this is somebody who used to work for the government, and he got diagnosed with cancer. So he
Oh,
I have to finish the sentence. I knew you were gonna interrupt, and I need you to, like, you can't jump to conclusions here.
all right, woman.
It is because he got diagnosed with cancer. He thought he wanted to do the right thing in life and tell the truth. So he went and told the truth. He said, if I die, it's not by suicide, and I have 3 months left, so it's not by cancer. And he's like, and I'm scared every day that they're going to get me. Anyway, they got him, and he's dead. And they said it was by suicide, and they won't investigate it because it's a waste of time, they said. Um, and there's many recordings on this man. So basically, he reported on all this, and apparently they're using, humans as labor down there, and aliens are sort of doing stuff with us, uh and then there's like zoos, and like it makes sense because cryptids have been seen in the area that he's reporting this is on, and basically it makes Area 51 look like nothing. And I don't know, it's something about, if you see a UFO or an alien, run for your life. Now, I don't believe that all aliens are bad. However, Tommy knows me enough to think I'm a little naive and thinks that everyone's, friends. So so this has been a shock to the system. I didn't want to report on it because it's Christmas time, holiday time, and whether you celebrate or not, definitely time for aliens, not time for what I heard this week. However, I took a sip and I thought, if you're really ready with your cocoa to hear some more, there it is.
Oh my God, I was right.
What?
But here's the thing, though. Like, if the guy only had 3 months to live, here's where they can go. They can say, "Oh, he had 3 months to live. He was going to kill himself." That's why he killed himself, not because the government killed him. It's a good excuse.
No,
Um,
everybody knows because they would have said
but if he
they
had
would have
three
said
months,
cancer, but they didn't say that in the whatever. They said suicide, which his family and friends and everybody knew, because he said, I would never do that. And he kept saying, if it says that, it's not true. Also, it claimed it in the obituary as well, which his family didn't write. Yeah.
what that he's like, "Oh God, I'm such a terrible person. I lie so much."
Anyway, may he rest in peace. Because I wasn't reporting on it or planning on it, I don't have all the deets, because I was like,
Crazy.
let's stick with more holiday themes.
So all these back to the main thing, all these people, all these government officials and everything coming out talking about aliens and stuff. Like, what are they saying other than alien sightings, or have any of them actually interacted with any of them?
The people that came out on the news, that used to, be a government employee or a military employee, have had apparently actual encounters, which they did not. Sorry, Zoom is telling us to leave. Which they did not um, get into on the news. However, I will delve into that if the audience wants and find out these exact encounters. And it is aired on Discovery. Let me see something. What's it called? I said it before. I'm going to find it again. Um, Discovery Channel. Oh yeah, season 1 of Discovery's UFO Witness. Um, Trish Bishop, and you'll probably find way more on there, but she has at least 6 different encounters. And again, this is hosted by Ben Hansen, a former FBI agent turned paranormal investigator. So I don't know how he's not killed. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what I mean. Either he's either in on it with them, he struck a deal, or he's too big to get killed now, or something. You know, like it depends what he revealed. Maybe he didn't reveal all of it, which is why he didn't get killed. Makes you wonder about the guy that got involved with MUFON, who's not in it anymore.
That's what I'm wondering.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you hear of all these big guys and they don't get killed, and it's like, meanwhile, these little schmucks get killed, and it's like,
Yeah, because they're less likely. It's less likely that people are going to be like, "Oh my God, the government killed them." You know what I mean? Because it's like government, like I hate to be it like that, but they think, oh, we won't get caught if it's somebody that nobody knows. Let's kill this before it gets out too much, which is why, guys, remember to subscribe to us to make sure we still stay alive or that our channel doesn't get deleted.
it's like, oh no, Tommy committed suicide. Also, he has all these weird, horrible, horrible things on the computer. That's why he killed himself. That's why.
Exactly.
Also, Muffin shot herself. It's like for some reason.
Exactly. Yeah, right? Exactly. Like I listen to this guy on YouTube report on a lot of things and he likes to debunk them, which I like, but half the time he's like, well, it turns out this guy had all this stuff on his computer. And it's like, how do you know that though? How do you know they didn't just frame the guy? You know, it's like,
Yeah, because that's like that was always said that like that was like the number one thing to shut people up asking questions is that they just put a bunch of stuff on their computer and they're like, oh God, that was the kind of person that was. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and dismiss anything he said.
yeah, yeah, like even guys, if you look back on a recent video from October, Mel's Hole, right? Like he, he wasn't allowed back in his home, and they're like, you either don't come back here or we're gonna make it bad. You know what I mean? It's like this is like their threat. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope it's not going on. It doesn't look good from what I'm researching. Doesn't look good.
Meanwhile, I'm dead. Muffin's dead, and you're like sitting there with like this massive, massive top of your head, and like the half of your under eye is all completely black, and you're like, they were bad people. Now to Seoul Spa University, aliens are good.
I don't know what they want us to think or not think, but I feel that just like there's a lot of species on the planet, that not all of any of them are good or bad. Same with them. You'd hope.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. I'm just like, my thing is this: if there's so many of them now, and some of them are bad, and some of them are good, like you would think that they would just try to wipe each other out and help us all out here instead of just being like, ah, we'll both have a little share of these people.
Wipe each other out. It's ridiculous. Why would they do that?
Because if some of them are bad and some of them are good, I highly doubt that they're friends.
Um, they just coexist. They're not dumb. They're obviously not dumb, Tommy.
But
we're
even
the
still,
we're
though,
the
it's
dumb
like,
ones wiping each other out. That's the problem. And I think supposedly their message to us is to be like, hey, chill the fuck out. Like, no wonder they're just showing the fuck up now, right?
maybe.
Supposedly they do show up more. There's more sightings around times of a possibility of something, about to happen. That they're like, no, 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 no. And I don't want to say the words because I want our channel
But
to stay alive.
but you know what the thing is though, a cattle farmer will still pull its damn cow out of the damn uh, barbed wire fence to make sure it doesn't hurt itself, so that it can be slaughtered later. So maybe that's why they're thinking that. They're like, listen, we can't let our food source kill itself.
Yeah. I believe maybe. And I don't think, I don't know if they think they're bad. Like, are we bad, right? For doing that to chicken? I don't know. That's It's all very subjective, and I do believe some aren't like that. Although I do believe we're evolving to be vegan for a reason, maybe to avoid becoming that. I don't know.
Who knows? That's crazy though. I mean, like, yeah, I have no doubt within by next year we'll be like Soul Spa University with our new co-host Mingle Blacken.
Yeah,
Subscribe.
and I'll start interviewing and be like, "Mima Blago, tell me, how long have you been here?" And all his responses are like that, like blah, 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 blah. I'd be like, Josh jotting down some notes.
You just look over and I'm drinking tea, my drink. You're drinking your drink, and you just see him with like muffin halfway in his mouth.
Be like, Mima, no, no. And be like, no, me, yes.
I'm super intelligent. I can't understand you.
And then it like cuts and like back to like the show, and Muffin has like three legs, one bandage.
Oh
Muffin.
man, she moved before.
Oh,
She's clinically depressed. She does not like the holidays.
she's all right. She's getting used to it. She doesn't like change, which there's been a little change for this on set for the holiday vibes for Soul Spot.
How about you? Yeah, she moved. Look, hey, you're alive. All right.
Muffin. Just so you guys get a little visual of Muffin, I'm going to shine a flashlight on, and we only have 2 more minutes. So I'm going to tell you things as you leave and as you get to see Muffin. Let's see here. Can you see it? No? Can you see it?
Kind of. There we go.
Muffin.
Dog is like.
Oh, here. Oh, Muffin.
She did not care.
Anyway, let me turn this off. And okay. I thank you, Tommy, for co-hosting. Now, guys, before I forget, for extra Christmas vibes, okay, if you guys have a hard time with dealing with family or friends or anything around Christmas or holiday time where you don't want to celebrate, where you don't want to deal with people, or you lost someone very close to you to the other side, be sure, please, to check out your holiday survival kit. I've made it free for all of my subscribers for December. And it's going to help you really connect to those on the other side if you're interested, as well as just psychological facts on how to deal with family and friends who we all love, but we're all not in heaven, so none of us are perfect. And just tips like that to help you self fulfill during the holidays, as well as feel a sense of peace no matter what happens. So that is made free for you. Don't forget to check that out. It's on my channel. It's a playlist called Your Holiday Survival Kit. Also, if you want extra Christmas vibes, Tommy and I did amazing Christmas episodes, holiday episodes last year, and we really, really holidayed it up. So that is also a playlist available to you. So be sure to check that out. Anyone new here, please make sure to subscribe so you know if we survive to make the next episode. Like so we can keep risking our lives putting this content out there for you, and share to please spread this news to others that it's not the craziest thing to talk about. You could talk about this, still be chill, still hang out, and it's fine. And so far, we're not killed. To help us not get killed, if anyone wants to make a donation and is in the giving holiday spirit, don't forget we do have a donation link after all the work we've done this year in the description box. And if anything is donated, it really does illuminate me and my heart and soul from the inside out to know that I'm making some sort of impact out there at all. Either way,